Hi, my name is Hakim Lawal. I'm a broadcast journalist with Success FM 105.3 FM in Ibadan. I support Arsenal Football Club of England. I started supporting Arsenal way back in the early 90s. Let's say around 93, 94, when they won the UEFA Cup by beating Parma in the final. I've been following Premier League, but back then they used to call it English League. So I was always wondering which club was going to give Manchester United a run for their money. So in '94, when I watched Arsenal at the final of UEFA Cup, I was like, okay, maybe Arsenal, maybe not. And it coincided with the early part of the Premier League era. We started in '93, and the dominance of Manchester United sort of endeared me Arsenal to my heart. I was like, okay, there's a certain club in London that could give Man U a run for their money, and the love just sort of grew from there. So precisely, I started supporting Arsenal in 1994. That makes it close to like 34 years now. Man, don't do. The 10 signings that Arteta has made, I'll start with David Raya, the goalkeeper, Ramsdale, who is also a goalkeeper, Kiwior, the central defender from Poland, Ben White, the fullback, or let's say central defender. There's Calafiori. How many have I mentioned now? 5. There's Calafiori. There's Gabriel Jesus. There's Zichenko. Declan Rice, forget Rice baby, Kai Havertz, and let me see, Leonardo Trossard. I think it's 10. I think I mentioned 10. Yeah, those are the 10 signings Arsenal have made under Mikel Arteta. 7 African players to have played 4th team game for Arsenal. I'll start with Papilo, King Kanu Wanko, Jebinho from Cote d'Ivoire, Kolo Toure from Cote d'Ivoire, Emmanuel Oluwaseyi Adebayo from Togo. That's 4. Africa. Eleni from Egypt. That's 5. Mohamed Eleni. That's 5. Africa. Eboué. Emmanuel Eboué from Cote d'Ivoire. That's 6. There's one guy that I want to, Laurent Etame-Meya from Cameroon. That's 7 African players. Have I mentioned Adebayo? I've mentioned Adebayo. That's 7. Then there's Christopher Ray from Liberia. Yes, that's 8. I think there's Maroun Shamak from Morocco. That's 9. I think I've tried though. 9. I don't remember. Oh, there's Thomas Partey. Partey. No party. So that's 10. I've tried. I can't name all, but I will try and name some. Okay, last season. Okay, let's start with this season. Wolves. Last season it was Nottingham Forest. I know Arsenal have played Everton before. Man City, when Man City defeated Arsenal 2-0 at the Emirates. There's also Crystal Palace. When Arsenal finished second, I think 2 seasons ago, it was Crystal Palace, 1-0 win against Crystal Palace. Was it 1-0 or 2-0? 2-0 against Crystal Palace away. I mentioned Fulham. I think Fulham is also there or thereabouts. I can't remember all, but I think I've tried. When we talk of depth, does Arsenal have the depth? The present squad have 24 or 25 players. If bearing any injuries, I think they have the depth. But does Arsenal have the quality to actually contend with Man City for the Premier League title? I don't think so, especially in the final third. I'm talking about the recognized striker now. Arsenal doesn't have a striker that can score minimum of 20 goals a season, and that's where the problem is. I think in other departments, Arsenal have a lot of players that can actually compete with themselves to be in the first team, but the problem lies with the number 9. So to answer your question, I don't think so. But as an Arsenal fan, I have the belief that they can still challenge for 1 or 2 trophies. Is he trying to be too clever? Arteta is a clever coach. There are some instances, like 2 seasons ago, Arsenal started the season like a house on fire. They were bulldozing all teams in front of them, and suddenly towards the end of the season they lost steam. And here is the funny part: last season Arsenal started on a very slow note. They were just grinding wins here and there, and they finished in a very let's say they finished strongly, but I think the loss to Aston Villa at the Emirates actually cost them the title. So Arteta, I think, he's been mixing and matching. Right now, Arsenal doesn't have a recognized striker, which means he wants to play a pseudo 9. So we can put Arteta in the mix. He's a clever coach. There was one thing he did that actually caught my attention. He took the Arsenal squad to dinner, and he now hired professional pickpockets to take something off the players. At the end of the dinner, he called the players and he asked them if they had missing one thing or another, and they all realized that they've missed something. So I think he was just trying to tell them, once you are on the pitch of play, you need to be 100% focused. So that's a bit of cleverness. He's clever, but we want titles. Yes, they have a quality squad. Like I said earlier, we have issues with the number 9. That is a recognized striker. But Arsenal definitely have a team that can challenge Man City. Remember, Manchester City have lost Julian Alvarez. Alvarez used to be the deputizing striker for Erling Haaland. Right now, Man City don't have that number 9 that is so fantastic, apart from Haaland. Although they complement one another when they play, but the bottom line is, I think Arsenal have a very good chance of competing for the title against Manchester City this season. Champions League. My brother, that one go hard. Champions League. But never say never. It's football. Anything is possible. Remember, the Champions League, the format this season is different from the format we've been used to. And I think with this new format, Arsenal can actually ride their luck. And who knows, come May, or let's say come June next year, Arsenal may just win the Champions League for the very first time in the history of the football club. And talking about mixing it with the league, if Manchester United did the treble in 1999 and Manchester City also replicated it 2 seasons ago, who says Arsenal cannot win the Premier League and the UEFA Champions League trophy? I believe Arsenal can.